The hidden gem of the desert. The story of Borrego Springs, tucked away in the heart of Southern California, lies a desert oasis called Borrego Springs, a tiny town surrounded by the vast and wild Anza Borrego Desert State Park, the largest state park in California. The story of Borrego Springs begins long before roads, art, or resorts, back when the land was home to the Cahuilla and Kumeyaay peoples, who lived in harmony with the harsh desert. They followed the rhythm of the seasons, hunting bighorn sheep, gathering desert plants, and finding life where most saw only sand and stone. The name Borrego actually comes from the Spanish word for bighorn sheep, or borrego. Early Spanish explorers in the 1700s spotted these majestic animals on the rocky slopes and gave the valley its name. To this day, the peninsular bighorn sheep are the town's unofficial mascots, powerful climbers with curved horns and steady hooves that can leap nearly 20 feet in a single bound. Fast forward to the 1920s, when dreamers and developers began to see the Borrego Valley as a perfect winter escape. They envisioned palm trees, golf courses, and vacation homes beneath endless blue skies. Roads were built, wells were dug, and Borrego Springs was born as a desert resort town. But what really sets Borrego Springs apart is how it's remained wild and peaceful. It's the only California town fully surrounded by a state park. There are no traffic lights, only starry nights. And those stars? They're some of the clearest in the world. In fact, Borrego Springs became the first international dark sky community in California, meaning the town protects its night skies from light pollution. On a clear night, you can see the Milky Way stretch from horizon to horizon, a sight that feels almost magical. And then there's the art. Driving through the desert, you might suddenly spot a 30-foot-long metal serpent rising from the sand, or a herd of prehistoric elephants marching across the valley floor. These massive sculptures, over 130 of them, were created by artist Ricardo Breceda, turning Borrego into an open-air gallery where dinosaurs, saber-toothed cats, and desert explorers come to life in steel and rust. Nature here is just as creative. Springtime brings a super bloom, a rare explosion of wildflowers that turns the desert floor into a sea of pink, yellow, and purple. Hummingbirds zip between blossoms, sidewinders glide across the sand, and the desert tortoise, a patient survivor, digs burrows to escape the midday heat. Borrego Springs has changed over the years, but it's kept its soul, small, quiet, and deeply connected to the desert. People come here not for bright lights or fast living, but to slow down, to feel the sun on their skin, and to remember that even the driest places can hold life, color, and wonder. So next time you find yourself driving east of San Diego or south of Palm Springs, keep an eye on the horizon. You might just find Borrego Springs, a tiny town with a big sky, where metal dragons guard the sand and stars whisper the stories of the desert.